the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament has questioned the substantive increase in rent payment by the Youth Employment Agency is over a 72% between 2023 and 2024. The Auditor-General's report noted that in 2024 alone, the YEA paid 5.5 million Ghana cedis as compared to 3.2 million Ghana cedis in 2023. Now, management of YEA attributed the increase to the decision of the Ministry of Works and Housing to give the building to a private entity to manage. This is what transpired.
I think my chairman asked you a question and he said you don't know Mrs. K&A. So you don't know them?
No, Mr. Chair, we know them, but we didn't engage them, Mr. Chair.
But you said you don't know them?
No, we know K&A as a facility manager, but we didn't engage K&A.
So there was no agreement?
Mr. Chair, there is an agreement. But the agreement is between K&A and Works and Housing. Yes.
In that case, Works and Housing gets here. They'll have to explain even further about this one. Because whom were you paying the money to? Was it to Works and Housing or K&A?
Mr. Chair, we paid the money to K&A, the facility manager.
Okay.
Auditors, let's take here. One is a service charge and the other is a rent. The rent should be going to the ministry. If you could provide this committee some traces that indicate that K&A paid this rent money to the ministry, I think it will be of help to this committee so that we know that nobody...
They can fetch a copy of the tenancy agreement or whatever MOU they have so that we can understand fully what the transaction arrangement is. Then we can later discharge them or otherwise.
Thank you.
My colleague James Avaji is still at the Public Accounts Committee and is bringing us updates. Now, James, there have also been a number of other infractions, including unearned salaries. How were those resolved?
Well, MFR, those are salaries paid to over 26 former employees of the Youth Employment Agency, and amounting to over 160,000 Ghana cedis. Well, the explanation from the managers is that they are trying to get them to pay the monies. In fact, for some of them, they said they have reached an agreement to get those monies from them. Some are even deceased, and so those ones had to be ruled out. But the committee has given the managers of the YEA and the employment, the Youth Development Ministry, some 30 days to get those monies back. But one of the biggest issues that came up was the non-payment of pension remittances for employees on salary arrest. So they work for the agency, their salaries are not paid in time, and when government decides to pay the money, government is unable to pay their tier 2 and tier 3, tier 1 and tier 2 pension remittances amounting to over 1.6 million Ghana cedis. The promise from the new management is that those are some of the liabilities they have come to inherit, and so they will liaise with the finance ministry to see how those monies can be paid. And members of the committee were not happy for people to work for government and their pensions will not be paid in time. And so those are the key issues that has been coming up with the Youth Development Ministry and the YEA.
On the unearned salaries, were there names that were mentioned?
Of course, all the names of the persons involved have been published in the Auditor-General's report, about 26 of them in total. And so Chairman went on to mention a few of them, and some of them, even when they were writing for the money, for instance, there is one, Felix Owusu Jima, who was mentioned, and one other person who wrote to the agency demanding their money, but quoted a higher figure compared to what was really due them. And so those are some of them, but the full list, 26, have been published in the report, MFR.
Right, and a little later, which other sector would be facing the committee?
So the Works and Housing Ministry has just left. They had only one infraction, so they spent less than 5 minutes currently is the Ministry of Education, led by the Deputy Minister Clement Appak, who are attending upon the committee. A lot of the infractions have been payment without validation across some parts of the country, and those are the questions they are answering. For those that the district managers could not answer to, the committee rules that they pay the monies from their own pocket in 30 days or in 60 days. So we see how it all pans out with the Education Ministry, MFA.
Thank you so much, James Aveji. James Aveji is at the Public Accounts Committee and bringing us update over there now.